Somebody might like it. It don't look like Walter do. Loser!
All right, y'all, so I'm back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. Come on in. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know that you're here. Take your shoes off, look around, make yourself comfortable, look at the other videos your family know. If you're returning, welcome back. I want to talk about a couple things. My mother is coming to get me so we can spend the day. She really want to put me to work, but I'm leaving here with something. But, so I want to wrap this up so I can get dressed and make sure my house is good before I leave, because I'm not leaving. Even though my house is not dirty, my house was never really dirty, but I still want to give it like a little routine. I'm going to be gone, so behave yourself clean. First things first, Irv Gotti passed away. How exactly do you sympathize for a man such as Irv Gotti? That's like hearing that 50 Cent died. It's gonna be unfortunate. It's gonna be a loss to the culture for sure. But given the things, the energies, the narratives, the stories, the reputation, Irv Gotti was not a good man from what I know. He may have been a great father. He may have been a great friend. He may have been a great Christian or a great churchgoer, because Christianity is far beyond the church and nothing that he did was indicative of Christianity. He may have been great in a lot of areas. Great producer, great businessman, great Tootsie Roller. I don't know. But he wasn't a great person. The things he said about Ashanti alone should have landed him a first-class ticket to hell. And I don't usually say things like that. But there are certain things you just don't do. And it seems like, number one, nobody on this planet should have that much disdain for anybody on this planet. How can you hate someone that much for them to feel like you literally wish death upon them? You were so mean, nasty, and rude to this woman. She literally believed that you wanted her to die. All because, from my understanding, the woman didn't want to fuck you. The woman didn't want to be with you. That is wild to me. You literally wanted to be with a woman that you employed or went into business with. She said no thank you, still did business with you, and because your ego was bruised, she's now all of these things. And you have all of these hateful rhetorics to say about her. And it's just wild. And I'm not here to tear him down, because you don't kick somebody when they're down. And you damn sure don't kick them when they're 6 feet under. But if I were to get on the podium at his funeral and give my 2 minutes, what would I say? Other than he had the 2000s in a chokehold. That is where it starts and stops. Outside of him having the early 2000s in a chokehold with everybody on his label, what else can I say about him that reflects positivity? Those of you that know him, those of you that know things about him, his philanthropy, his humanitarianism, fire away in the comments. I know nothing. Then I heard he died from a stroke and heart failure, I believe. When it's your time, it's your time. But I am under the assumption that this is not his first stroke. So were you not doing preventative measures? Were you not seeking professional help? Were you not doing what the doctors told you to do to prolong your life and to make sure you lived a healthy life, at least until it was time? And heart failure. Again, are you taking care of yourself? Are you having arteries that are clogged? How's your liver? How was your kidneys? How was your brain functionality? You were walking on a cane your last day, so what was going on? And why were you not? Was this just inevitable, like dementia, like Wendy Williams situation? Is it like Parkinson's? Is it like MS, that it was just gonna progress and do its own thing regardless, and you just had to enjoy what remnants of life you had left while you had it? Or were you really out here just like, I'm gonna die anyway? So, because I just don't understand that part. But again, God's will is God's will. But yeah, Irv Gotti is gone. Rest in peace to him. I hope he found redemption before he left. I hope he repented before he left. I hope he made peace with people before he left. I doubt that part because Ashanti's post reflected the apparent opposite of what I just said, given that she started off the post saying, "It's so sad that we ended it like this," which would imply that they ended on bad terms. He left this earth still hating Ashanti. This woman has brought life into the world, is in a new relationship with a coon, and is living her life. Successful as fuck. And so I'm sure she's rich as fuck. She's doing great, and this all came from the opportunity that you gave her. And you left this earth hating her. For reasons that are still unknown to not only me, but Ashanti. As Rodney the Voice would say, shout out to Irv Gotti. Next, I want to talk about this Well, is she? No, she is not. She just almost convinced me that she was from Pakistan. ONIJAH, or whatever her name is, this woman went, from what I understand, this woman got online, met a Pakistani guy. I guess they arranged to meet up. In October of 2024, this woman went to Pakistan, and she just left this month. February of 2025. She was in Pakistan for 6 months. And we still have never seen the guy that she was going down there to meet. From what I understand, she went down there, acted a damn fool. And not only did the family be like, whoa. Him, the family, the dog, the house said, whoa. This is much too much, and I'm not here for this. Not only did I hear that they cut ties with her, I heard they left the country. So, after that, I don't know what happened or while she's getting traction now, but Mama stayed in Pakistan and intended to take over as a dictator. Because once we started seeing her, Mama was making demands. I want 20K. I want 100K. I want 2K. Girl, you got, first of all, we got to settle on a number because they are far apart. 2 and 10, kind of close, but bitch, that's still an $8,000 difference. That is very important. Then you jump from 10 to 100. Mama said she wanted to rebuild homes. She wanted to rebuild a hotel. Then she got mad at the hotel owner and then wanted to shut down the hotel. Mama said she wanted to be put up, taken care of. Mama claimed to have had security. An entire team was in McDonald's, down. Now, I don't know how the heat is, because usually people, powder when it's heat involved and they don't want to be too sweaty. I don't know what the temperature is like in Pakistan or what her sweating conditions are, but every time I saw her, it was like one of the Wayans brothers and white chicks took their big ass powder like they did in the movie and doused upside the forehead. Because Mama had a forehead that was white as snow. It was brighter than me, and she is more mahogany than tree bark. So I don't understand how she drew that correlation. And then right under that sea of powder, that mountain of powder, she drew 2 very incongruent lines to represent her eyebrows. Now, unfortunately, she didn't shave her actual eyebrows all the way off, so you still saw the little spikes from the hairs growing back in. But Mama had a pristine black line defining her opinions and her thoughts and her expressions at all times. Were they congruent? No. Were they the same length? No. Did they look alike? No. Were they in the same family? Questionable. They were friends. At best. Mama had that hair wrap, which I'm not sure is a custom in Pakistan because the women she was standing around, or the women that were standing around her, that were residents, citizens of that country, did not have their hair covered. So she went to Pakistan as a Muslim woman, and instead of a hijab, she just tied a scarf around. Mama said, my hair just ain't quite right. And Abdi Haj down the street don't know how to do my hair. Because even though I keep saying I'm from Pakistan, we can hear New York coming from your esophagus. So those roots may be more congested than the Hudson River. We don't know. But we may never see it. Because Mama's hair has been covered since we've seen her. Now, from what I hear now, she is back in the States and now in a treatment facility. best place for her. Because mama really went to another country and just assumed the role of a prime minister for no reason. She was supposed to go down there to be with a guy, to meet. First of all, I'm not finna fly to a whole other country, a country that I've never been to, a country that I have been skeptical about, because I know y'all have heard things about Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, all them places, to meet a guy for the first time. Even if this is Greece, he could still be an axe murderer, a kidnapper, a rapist. Girl, all right. Now, what I will say, my bestie YB brought this to my attention. I said, you know what? This is worth, mentioning a second time. Despite what we feel about Pakistan, that woman looked like she was well taken care of. She wasn't skin and bones. She had a fresh coat of powder on that forehead every day. Like I said, that line that represented the eyebrows was pristine. She looked fresh, like she was taking a bath. She was wearing changes of clothes. She was navigating and going on excursions, going to different places. She had a whole TV crew and crowd of people with her. She had a whole press conference where she was telling people, shut up. Don't nobody understand. Bitch, we all speak the same language. You, the one we don't understand. We need him here to translate. Mama said, no. I got this. And because I'm me, because I'm ONIJAH, we gonna do this. And y'all gonna understand. She wasn't hurt. She wasn't harmed. She wasn't endangered. She wasn't kidnapped. She wasn't ostracized. She wasn't jailed. She wasn't imprisoned. She wasn't hospitalized. How she maintained her life, I don't know. For 6 months, mama ate, showered, had a place to stay, clearly socialized, because ain't no random person finna walk up to you and just start following you around and be on news reports and news telecasts with you. Bitch, that shit don't happen. You ain't finna just walk down the streets of Pakistan and a news crew finna come and just film everything you do and what you gotta say. So not only was she not harmed, she was not only taken care of, she was not only protected, mama was low-key celebrated. I don't know if it was because they thought it was a spectacle and they was gonna laugh at her later, or if they took her words for gospel. But mama had the attention of Pakistan. And eventually the States. While this is completely psychotic, go off, Miss ONIJAH, and let have. This just goes to show you, and I'm again echoing my bestie YB, that black women are powerful. Even when they're unstable, they are powerful. This woman went to another country where nobody spoke the English language and was a literal public figure and was only there for 6 months. Were her demands met? I don't know. Did anybody take her extremely seriously? I don't know. But she had our attention. Something to think about, government, U.S. presidency, businesses, labels, corporations. Maybe your winning ticket, your meal ticket, your golden ticket, your ticket to success is right on your employee roster. You just won't give her the title she deserves to make the move she needs to make to take your business to where it needs to go. And speaking of taking things where they need to go, let me just say this. When it comes to the LGBTQIA+, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's time for us to give our things to the G. The G. The black G at that. Do you notice when anybody casually refers to homosexuality, if they're not gonna say homosexuality or LGBT, their go-to default word is gay. Gay refers to men. They're not saying bisexual. They're not saying lesbian. They're not saying trans. They really refer to all of us as the gay community, which lets you know first that the men spearhead the movement. Then if you open that book of life and take a gander, you'll see brown and black, shades of vanilla, chocolate vanilla. We are it. The phrases, the fashions, the styles, the music, the culture eats off our table. Take a look at Housewives. The gag is that shit came from black gay culture. Period. Maybe a Miami thing. Period. Maybe a young Miami city girls thing. But you know where that came from? Thank you. Period used to be thank you. Came from the black gay southern community. You look good, thank you. Did he pay your bill? Thank you. Thank you was the original period. Dineva let it be known that the doll was Lady Chablis, a gay figure from Savannah, Georgia. A black, gay, Southern figure. Because notice I said Savannah, Georgia. Give us our things. We may do some questionable things. We may have some conversations going, but at the end of the day, the gay culture, the LGBTQ culture, the black culture, the entertainment culture, the fashion culture, the music culture, started right here, baby. Started right here with black gay men. Some of them went on to become black gay women. Well, not gay. Girl, you'd be surprised. Some of them went to become women, but the black gay men started all of this. Drag, those are black gay men. They take that shit off. Every drag queen is not trans. So, just give us our things, because we're here to stay. And we didn't come to play. And we're the blueprint. Without our influence, take a look around. You're not gonna see any influence. You wouldn't have entertainment. The music wouldn't sound like it. You would still be singing Lady Sings the Blues at last. And who's to say even back then, a queen wasn't beating her face and doing her hair. But anyway, that just goes without saying. I saw a clip that Dineva was talking about with that. He was talking about how Miss Quad was saying the doll, and it was irritating him. And then he went on to talk about Nene and all the girls, kind of stealing our shit and it becoming famous once it came out of their mouths. So it sounds like they originated it. No, ma'am. No, not at all. But that's all I really have for y'all. That DEI Donald Trump shit ain't happening, y'all. It just ain't. But to lock us out of the Department of Education, this is getting weird. Weirder than 2016. This is getting weird. Not only did y'all give Elon Musk and Doge access to the building, to the systems, to the computers, and to all of the information, you then somehow gave them authority to lock people who actually work in that building that's supposed to be there out? You're a foreigner. You're trespassing. I am employed to be in this building and you're locking me out and won't tell me why. Asking Maxine Waters and government officials, government employees, are you supposed to be in this building? The fact that you don't know says everything right there. And did y'all see, once somebody kind of panned the camera to go inside the building, you know how most buildings are. It's a glass door that you go into, like a foyer area, and then another glass door. In between those glass doors, there was a black man standing there, a black security guard. If you don't get your motherfucking ass out of the picture and out of the way, I really don't know who worse. The blacks for Trump or the Latinos for Trump. He don't give a fuck about none of us. When Michael Jackson put out, all I want to say is that they don't really care about, he was talking about the government. He was foreshadowing for what was to come. Hell, we was experiencing it then. But it still rings true now. That song aged like fine wine. Because, bitch, they don't really care about us. But for you to stand your ass there and participate in the calamity that you know is going on makes you more of a coon than Snoop, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. You played yourself. But in the famous words of Dineva, in the wise words of Funky Dineva, everybody got a price. There's a lot of stuff that a lot of people say they won't do. But it's clear, looking around, everybody got a price. 99% of people got a price. And if you meet that price, game on. But that's all I really got. I love y'all. Make sure you are like, commenting, subscribing. Your notifications are on. Add me on TikTok. Add me on Instagram. I'm not really on Instagram, but add me on TikTok and Instagram and all the things. Make sure you're listening to my music. This is the name you would search. And these are my albums. So you can search these. Yeah. Love y'all. Until next time, same place, same time.